Welcome now from Salzburg, this beautiful city, which I love very much, and it's one of the capitals of our regions in Austria. You know, I love federal Austria. I promote this concept for all our Southeastern European partners to be federal countries, and so I do the campaign to go to Graz, Linz, Salzburg. I've already arranged for Innsbruck, and I'm not sure I will have in this old body the energy to go to the most peripheral, Vorarlberg, Kärnten, Burgenland, but maybe later in the year or beginning of next year I will also go to that very beautiful part of our beautiful country and spread the message of normality, of NATO accession, and I call for Austria to join NATO. I mean, you probably knew that already. I will today show you Salzburg. It should also be in NATO. In my podcast I shown you some of it already, and I hope you will like it. It's a beautiful part of our site, of our history. It is a very dynamic cultural center because close to Nato Germany, inside the European Union, and of course it is in danger of a very extreme political force. This is the enemy here. It's very clear. These are the so-called former liberals, former Freedom Party, now the enemy in service of Russia, and I want them to be defeated. And they are obviously the enemy, my enemy. In Salzburg there are a lot of rich people. The central location in Europe has made it rich. And here up there is the historic center of the town. I will show you some of it during my short visit here, and I really like it from the beginning. I want to say I love Salzburg. It's wonderful that I was invited here. It's actually not completely part of my planned tour, but there was the good fortune that I'm invited by the media to participate in a media panel, a talk show. That is my first one in Austria. I've been in some already in Eastern Europe during my work time there, in Kosovo and in Albania, and not in Montenegro up to now. Kosovo and Albania mostly. True. So in Austria it's a kind of a premiere. I'm a bit excited, I confess. Let's see how it will roll out and how it will be. I will release it on my YouTube channel as well. Have no doubts about that one, and I will share it widely. And I hope it's the first of many invitations where I can spread the NATO gospel of freedom. The debate is about European security, and of course NATO is the backbone of European security in this foundation. And that's what we should tell the people in Austria as well, because sadly we have not, and there are a lot of misunderstandings and wrong concepts, and I think it's very important to regulate this. This is the way back to Upper Austria, to my native Oberösterreich. I'm here now in this beautiful part of the town. I will show you some of it. I have prepared some pro-NATO statement, obviously, you had no doubt, and I will show you the wealth of the city, some of its really wonderful parts, and I will also give you some updates about my insights. Salzburg history very much connected with the Salt Mountain, and of course it came later to Austria. It was always an independent archbishop seat until the turbulences of the Napoleon Wars, and like so many of the independent bishoprics of the Roman Empire, it has been integrated in the post-Napoleon times then into the winning sides of the various agreements, and in the case of Salzburg by geography it was logically to bring it into the Habsburg possessions. How exactly they dealt and managed to get this done in the framework of the Vienna Congress is above my knowledge, but I will find out and I will let you know. But somehow in that time it happened, and Austria is of course very proud about Salzburg. It has a lot of beautiful and rich and cultural and historic and also from its geography important aspects, and it attracts a lot of rich Germans to settle here in their tax havens, and that's the way it works here in between Austria and Germany. And as always, I call for these beautiful parts of Western Austria, Salzburg, Tyrol, Vorarlberg, the logical step forward is to be in Nato, to be fully united with the rest of Europe and not under this left-wing Viennese impression that the Soviet Union is so good and that Russia is so amazing and all these other myths we have unfortunately still alive in this beautiful part. Yeah, here we are. Where are we now? Just to get acquainted, the geography shouldn't lead me astray. I'm walking in the inner city. I'm looking for some iconic place to make some beautiful Nato declaration here, and I'm sure I'm gonna find it. Here is one of the tunnels of this beautiful town, and I will hopefully be very soon in the center, and I will let you know about my adventures here in Salzburg. After Graz, Linz, Vienna, the fourth town, I roll out the NATO campaign, and I will do more of it in the coming weeks. Here beautifully, this is the Paris London Street. It's very sunny day. I hope I will catch good weather conditions still in the remaining moments and not to be driven in a car. That would be good. And to gradually head into the city. That's one of the tunnels here, and yeah, it's beautiful, and I will show you some of it, of the wealth of this affluent town sitting so close to the Bavarian economic miracle. Has developed very well, and more will be coming over the next weeks once we have achieved what I hope we will achieve with NATO membership. Good. And now I have to check where I am to find in that beautiful city, but I think it's very clear here now. I'm very close to the center already, and let me just make a check. Thanks a lot for the first impressions. More to come from Pax Europiana from Salzburg. Bye.